Okay, well, we have our first action of the night, all that coming up from Las Vegas much later on, of course, our first action of the night in Germany. And to tell you all about it, let's join our commentary team, shall we? And rising promoter Spencer Fearon. And first of all, the voice of boxing, John Rawling.
And a very good evening to you for what promises to be a momentous night of boxing action. And your first fight of the night, it's an 8-round heavyweight contest. And there you see he's made his way into the ring, 36-year-old American Maurice Harris. And coming in next, a young German prospect, Edmund Gerber. You hear him introduced to the crowd. And the Messerhalle in Erfurt is filling up now towards capacity. Huge interest, of course, in what is effectively the main event of the night, which is Marco Huck against Ola Afolabi, which could be a very, very good fight indeed. And as well as that, we've got Robert Stieglitz defending his WBO World Super Middleweight title. Well, they never underplay the entrances in Germany. And you can see here all action trained on the ring, where Harris has already made his entrance and Edmund Gerber about to make his way in. Well, good evening to Spencer Fearon, and what a night of boxing we've got coming up, eh?
Oh man, this looks fantastic, man. Look at the crowd already. You know what I mean? All we need to do is get some hype like what I tried to do behind them, and it'll be great. This is beautiful, this is beautiful. Well done. You got a massive big up to the Sauerlands for doing what they do, man. This is great.
Well, the Sauerland certainly put on a spectacular show in Germany. A lot of interest, of course, in Captain Hook coming up later on, defending his WBO title, his cruiserweight title. Here now, Edmund Gerber, a 23-year-old undefeated heavyweight, and another of the prospects they hope is going to be moving on to the world stage. Let's hear the introductions.
Maurice Harris, USA, 110,2 Kilogramm. Sein Gegner in der blauen Ecke, Edmund Gerber aus Deutschland, 107,1. Ihr Ringrichter aus Wien, Gerhard Siegel.
My apologies, you're having problems, I gather, with the vision which is coming to you, the picture. This is a problem which is in Germany, and we'll be looking to rectify this as soon as possible. Hope it doesn't interfere with your enjoyment of this first fight too much. Well, I've seen Gerber in action before, and indeed he's had experience against British fighters. He's had stoppage victories against Colin Kenner, against Carl Baker. Paul Butlin took in the distance, and he's also been in and stopped Lee Swaby. So plenty of British opposition against him. Been boxing since he was just 7 years old. Maurice Harris, a really experienced practitioner.
He is very experienced, but you know, these things are interesting. You always get these guys, and I also worry when I see the age difference, and he's looking a little chubby around the waist as well. You know, we'll see. We'll see.
When he was in his prime, he used to fight around about 15 stone. Harris weighed in just shy of 18 stone for this one, and you can see at the age of 36, maybe his best days behind him. If you go back to 2002. They had what was called a Thunderbox tournament, which is pretty much like the prize fighter tournament, which is so popular in the UK nowadays. Tony Thompson, he beat in the final. That's the same Tony Thompson who's going to fight Vladimir Klitschko in the world title fight in July.
Yep, I remember that because I think it was Boxing Monthly that did a feature on Harrison, and he just kind of disappeared. He came off the scenes a little bit. But you know, he's in there with a prospect now. So you know, hopefully he can dig deep and give us something, because he's jabbing beautifully. Look at that. He's like 3 jabs, 4 jabs on the trot now.
Well, you can see the schooling in Harris, whose absences from the ring he blames, or his inactivity he blames on promotional difficulties and disagreements with one Mr. Don King. One or two who've had that as an argument over the years. Harris, 36 years old, big fella, you can see, stands 6'4". Nice right hand from Gerber. Gerber turned professional in 2007 at the age of 19. And he's being brought along quite nicely and quietly and rightly, he says, as he tries to unload that left hook. He says he wants to move up towards European Championship level. And then, of course, the ambition. Still got time on his side, 23 years old, wants to move on towards world level. Whether or not he will do, we'll see in the fullness of time, eh?
Well, you never know, because there's loads of guys that we've watched who have been Eastern European fighters, and I've never thought they was going to do anything, and they've surprised me. But, you know, just by looking at how Harris is moving right now, Harris is going to teach this guy a lot. You know what I mean? If Harris got any ambition, you know, he could deal with this kid.
Well, Harris last fought in July, and he stopped his opponent then, won Derek Rossi, in 12 rounds, which is in defense of the US Boxing Association title, which he holds. He's had sparring experience against both of the Klitschko brothers, so he clearly knows how to handle himself in a boxing ring. Closing stages of a quiet sort of first round. How do you score that one, Spencer?
I would give that round to Harris, but you know, I'd give it to Harris. Harris was boxing pretty neat, was popping at a jab really cool, and that's who I would. It looked like Garber was trying to have a look, and it may become an unloading with bigger punches as the rounds move on. But I thought good indication for the kid. Good education.
Well, here's Gerber getting instruction from his trainer, Carsten Rover. Gerber knows all about Harris. He has actually sparred him in the past. And his quotes when he was speaking about Harris, he had a lot of respect for what he was able to do.
Okay, well, a little burst of unexpected sporting action for you there that we would do our best to.
It wasn't a bad goal, though, was it?
I'll do our best to sort out. You didn't really see it,
Was
not
it a
really.
goal?
Not really. There's obviously one or two little early problems in our lines to Germany. I'm sure we'll get those sorted out as soon as we can. Your early thoughts on looking at that fight, really? I mean, the smaller German, Gerber getting off to a bit of a slow start, perhaps.
Yep. I thought Gerber looked sharp on the counter. I know he's just warming into it, but he looked to be countering well with the left hook. And like Spencer said, you just get the feeling as it goes on, he looks a bit soft downstairs, the opponent, and we'll see how it goes, if it goes 4 or 5 rounds. But yeah, I thought Gerber did look sharp on the left hook counter.
He's still a dangerous enough heavyweight, in quotations, Harris, in the sense that if he does drop a couple of stone, he goes down to 17 stone, then he's a handful. At 18 stone, he knows his way around the ring. Yeah. Long old career, been in with a lot of big fighters, maybe 15 decent fighters. So you can't underestimate him. They know him, they've sparred with him. We'll see how it unfolds.
I think we're back with him, and we're back with Spencer and with John.
The pattern continues with Harris toying away with that left-hand jab. Been around a long time.
Good right hand there by Garber. That was a very, very good right hand.
Harris been a pro since back in 1992. His trainer, if we get into, that's a nice left hand, but a good right hand counter as well. Maybe just telegraphed his intentions a little with that left to the body.
See, what I like to see with Garber is like a little bit more head movement. There's not enough head movement. He's walking in straight lines. You know, he should be cutting off the ring and moving his head from side to side. There's a lot of body on Harris. That belly's looking a little bit tubby. So, I mean, he should be trying to pop that jab, then come downstairs with a body attack.
A couple of nice jabs from Edmund Gerber. The 23-year-old German, undefeated in 19 fights. He's had 13 wins by stoppage, which, well, we all know that you can have protected records in the early stages of your career, but that suggests that he's heavy-handed.
A beautiful jab in there. But what I am getting is like everyone's trying to do this Floyd Mayweather defense. And look at that, just there, he just got clipped with a right hand trying to do it. He dodged it there, Harris. Look at that, straight, got caught again with a right hand.
Harris said he was taught the game in the early stages and really learned the game by watching other people rather than what he learned in the gym. He said he watched Lennox Lewis, watched Mike Tyson and tried to pick up things from that. I don't think he would picked up having to absorb left hooks like that one from Gerber.
Yeah, well, he just picked up the left hook instead of picking up anything else there.
Last few seconds of the second round. It was a quiet opener for Edmund Gerber, but he's settled down to his work better, to my way of looking at that second round.
Yeah, he has done, but it's a kind of weird one to kind of score, because on telling punches or the heavier punches, Gerber's doing that, but Harris is doing the smart box.
Build up towards the big one in Las Vegas.